And we're back. We've reached the point of tired where I took the "Are you sure you want? Do you want to start this stream?" message that OBS popped up with. I took personally. So we know we're in the right headspace for a continuation of the stream. This time we are starting with Dot Hack Volume 2 Reminisce. Not Rebirth. There we go. Convert Volume 1 Data. The only data we can grab. Welcome back, Caxus. Yes. Strange Coffee, Fairy Rain, Fairy Drop, Healing Storm, Healing Potion. $5 grand. A movie. That's it. Get fucked. I swear to God, there's always someone trapped in crystal in this fucking lake. Like, it's always somebody is trapped in a crystal in this goddamn lake. Wet cave noises.
After all that's happened, you really want to stay in the world. Yeah. All that we have is here. You and I. Yes, this place is all we have.
Oh, that's not good.
The online game, The World, Revision 2. It has now become a place where players prey on other players. A lawless land, filled with an overabundance of PKers. And the PKKer, feared by all PKers, was Haseo, the terror of death. Haseo searched, and at long last found his hated enemy, Tri-Edge, but discovered he was no match for him. He was then reduced to level 1 by Tri-Edge's data drain. In his search for a power that could defeat Tri-Edge, Haseo learned of the anomaly known as Ida, and the epitaph users that could resist them. And that lured him towards their power, the Avatars. Bordeaux, a PKer with a grudge against Haseo. Matsu, the 7th unit leader of the Moontree Guild. Alkaid, the former emperor who fights to regain her throne. Through battling these three, Haseo grew both as an epitaph user and as a person. Upon defeating Endrance, the beautiful emperor of the Demon Palace, Haseo learned that he had been using Ida to fill a hole in his heart from something lost in his past. On the day Haseo was crowned the new emperor, the young girl of Moontree, Adelie, disappeared. In his search for her, Haseo came upon outer space, and at last encountered Triage.
God, that sound... The delivery on that line was
his
so
second battle with
deadpan, it
Triage,
actually got me
Haseo came
a
out
little bit.
victorious. Triage was broken up into data fragments and was lost. But just when everyone had let down their guards, a vast number of Ida tentacles suddenly appeared. And pierced Adelie's body.
Which is where we're picking up immediately afterwards.
Adelie!
Haseo?
Adelie!
I have to get up. I'll get yelled at again if I don't.
Adelie! Adelie!
If I could only be more like Haseo.
Hey, Adelie! Adelie!
Huh? Where am I?
In an at-home. Ours.
And at home. Ultron told me. And then I started to hear.
Adelie, calm down.
And then.
Adelie! Get away from there!
Huh?
Adelie! Hey, Adelie! Adelie, are you okay? Come on, speak to me! Damn it! Not this again! This isn't happening!
Oh, Haseo. Just leave everything to me.
Come on! Mega!
Don't worry, you'll be safe now.
So how do you feel, Adelie?
Ish.
Are you hurt anywhere?
Wow.
I'm okay. I think. What? My voice.
You know, We haven't heard Adelie say anything for a while now.
Maybe her mic is broken.
At times like these, it's best to just log out and reboot.
Okay, I'll just log out now.
Oh no.
I can't log out. Wait a minute. Where am I? Where is this place? I don't know where I am.
This is Raven's.
No, that's not what I mean. This is an online game, right?
To explain why they are so
Oh, yeah.
confused, they play the game with VR headsets
They're
on.
not here. My
Like that.
controller.
That's why it is so easy for them to just not realize what happened. They're so immersed that they don't realize that they've been sucked in.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
Don't worry about your character. Just remove your M2D and... Wait. Wait a second. I don't understand. Where are we right now?
Huh? We're right. What
Yeah,
the
they
hell?
didn't spring this until the second game.
Haseo,
There wasn't
what
even a
about
hint
you?
of this shit
Where are you
until
right
now.
now?
Until right now. So they held on to this for a while.
Wait. Am I seeing the world directly? But where did my real self go?
Wait, we've got to log out. Everyone log out.
Damn, I can't. What the hell is going on here?
Is this a really bad dream or something?
This is actually
Calm down.
kind of a freaky idea. Like, oh man, I'm suddenly actually in the game I was playing just a second ago.
It appears that all
Fuck.
the players in the world cannot log out from the game's master server.
Wait a minute. All the players?
Yes, under the circumstances, it is most likely that the Ida phenomenon is to blame for this.
Wait a sec. Never mind logging out. What I want to know is, are we all really inside the game? But that's impossible. Even for Ida.
Your senses
Oh,
should
yeah.
be informing you that you have now ventured into the game's wondrous world.
Not even
If you
realizing
say that this truth is only an imaginary
for a full
one,
10
then I
minutes
ask you, where
that
is
you
the
aren't
real
where you
world?
thought you were.
As long as they cannot be refuted, there is no
In fact,
end
you
to the
are
possibilities in this world.
Where your eyes are telling you
Perhaps
you
it's
are.
also Ida's influence that's keeping us from hearing Adelie's voice.
What is this Ida anyway? Some kind of bug?
Anyway, we've got to figure out the situation.
That was them smash cutting after they smash cutting the explanation to Adelie of what Ida is. So we don't have to go through it again ourselves.
Putting aside our inability to log out, it looks as though the game itself is functioning normally. We can use Chaos Gates, platforms, and save shops as we did before this began. We can preserve our data at save shops as usual, but we cannot check email or forums from outside of the game. We still lack information. I'd like all of you to help investigate the situation. Pi, search the areas. Kun, go and search Lumina Cloth.
Understood.
Got it.
Haseo, search Makanu.
Fine with me.
You're tired. You should rest here for a little while.
Okay.
Fucking cultist. Nah. Adley's cultist phase ended after like
I should start
a
by
third
asking
of the
as
way
many
into the
players as
first
possible.
game. God, the bike is so much faster. Nah, I guess I did just leave some people that I probably should have interacted with, didn't I? Gotta check Kennard's at home first. Something's gone wrong with the world. Oh, thank God, thank you, game devs merciful. I don't know, will it let me do this? It will. Still can't do any armor, though. I need to wait until we get the new facilities for that. Sucks, but not surprising. Back onto our motorbike. Let's get going. God damn it. I do not want to bonk, I want speed. So what we're doing right now, figure I should probably explain it. Literally just driving around Makanu, going to all the main areas that usually get people, and talking to the people that are there, because they are as confused as we are, and we are trying to figure out what the situation is, and the best way to do that is just by talking to the people being affected by it. It seems that a disturbance is taking place in central Makanu. Go check it out. We're gonna save first. Just to get ourselves established. So, fun fact about this game. I played this entry first. Between Dot Hack 1, GU 1, 2, and 3, I played this one first. Don't ask me why. I was a stupid kid.
Is this some kind of event?
And
Or
was like,
someone's bad
ah,
shot?
that looks cool. I want to play it. It's a sequel. Yeah, I don't care.
Can you tell
So
me
I
what's
played it,
happening?
loved it, played
You're
the
some
first
kind of
one, played the
admin
third
guy,
one.
right?
Please, calm down.
How do you expect us to calm down?
What are you gonna do about this?
I'm terribly sorry.
So, that guy in the blue suit looks like even CC Corp doesn't have a very good handle on the situation.
Or rather, to better explainer of what I did is I played the second game, first game, second game, third game. I played the second game again, transferring my first game save over. And for the first several hours, I did not know how to save the game. I'm serious, I had no fucking clue. I didn't understand what a beast statue was. I didn't understand what the judge's symbols meant. I didn't understand what any of that was. I went in completely fucking blind and kind of just felt my way around and figured my way and figured out how the game worked with the incredibly obvious context clues it gives you that I was just too stupid to understand. God damn it, Adley.
Hey, you! Why can't I log out of here? Come on, speak up, will ya? Damn it! Damn it! Where am I? What is this place?
So it seems that humans who lack morals both
Oh, Kingdom
online
Hearts was
and
in the same
offline
boat for me.
say the very
I played
same
Kingdom Hearts
things
1
after
first,
all.
and then I played the second of this game. Though, granted, I did play Kingdom Hearts in release order. And the whole game with the Kingdom Key and no scan or dodge roll or anything. Holy
Well,
God, my man.
It seems that you only act strong when facing those weaker than you. Pitiful. If you're that scared, run back to Kestrel with your tail between your legs. As reported, it looks like those from Kestrel are stirring more panic in the people. Everyone, go support the town's order. We must not let them panic.
Understood.
Adelie. I was so worried about you. Are you okay?
I fucking hate this slimy bastard.
What's wrong? I can't. Ever since you were killed by a bugged monster, you've been unable to speak?
Yes. I know it's kind of hard to believe.
Oh no, I believe it. You're not one to tell a lie.
Sakaki.
I hate Sakaki so
I'm
much.
sure
He
you
is
know this, but all players are currently unable to log
like
out
he's
from
a
the
slimy
game.
bastard, but he's worse than you think.
In fact, they have lost sight of their very selves. It's almost as if their minds have been absorbed into the heart of the world itself.
Sakaki.
But it's just an online game.
That's right, a game. But at the
Sakaki.
same time, it's also a reality all its own, Adelie. At any rate, we must stop the players from panicking. You will help us, won't you?
Yes.
Good girl.
Oh,
Well,
I hate the way he says that.
So Mr. Sakaki's the only one you can rely on after all, huh?
Haseo.
so it's you, terror of death.
Sakaki is so fucking
It
gross.
appears there are only enemies to be found in your world.
I hate this gaslighting shitty 10-year-old. That's not a joke. This character's 10.
Adelie, why are you here?
Like the player
I
is
told
10.
you to stay at the at-home.
I'm sorry.
Right?
I thought I should contact Sakaki.
Listen to me. This isn't something Moontree can do anything about.
I see. Are you saying that you can solve this situation?
With a lot more certainty than you can. What's so funny?
Is getting called a good girl
Conceit.
a good girl by a creepy 10-year-old worse?
Don't you
Or
agree
better than a
that it is the
68-year-old
lust for
man
power that is most certain to
telling a
influence other people?
14-year-old girl
Terror,
she's a good
death.
girl? Which end is worse
What
in
do you
this
mean by
scenario?
that?
Because we saw the first one in the first game. Or no, we
I
saw the
mean
second one in the first
exactly
game.
what I said.
This one we're seeing now, though. Sakaki's been a creepy bastard since the first game. A 68-year-old sensually calling a 14-year-old French-Japanese girl that looks at him as a mentor figure. And saying,
Why did you say that?
a cornered beast like you are now is a beautiful thing, Bordeaux.
Why did you have to say things like that?
Verbatim, what Gabi says to Bordeaux.
Just wants to try and solve the situation. They only want to help him.
Yeah, I know, right? Ick! No!
Ida isn't a problem that Moontree can solve.
It's bad. It's really bad. Bordeaux's her own brand of ick, though.
You, Haseo?
We'll see why. Like, you haven't seen a ton of Bordeaux yet. Because Bordeaux's not present for a whole lot of the later half of the first game. Like, in the beginning half, she's in a lot. But after that, it's like she's out of the game a lot. In this one, she's a very prominent figure throughout throughout most of the first half of the game. So I need to go somewhere. I'm presuming into Raven. Yes, I made the right choice.
I see.
The situation is much more serious than we thought.
Let us summarize for a moment. Ever since the Ida phenomenon occurred while searching for Atali, no one has been able to log out of the game.
That is objectively correct.
Furthermore, none of the players have been able to return to their real-world selves and their real lives.
Also objectively correct given our current situation. You are a master of observations, Yada.
Communications with the outside receive no reply.
Some of the players have panicked to the point where they're starting to get violent. It seems that the system admins can't contain these players any longer.
Yes, the system admins themselves are just as confused. Right now, their real selves are... At this point, we're no different than the Lost Ones.
It is quite obvious that the reason for this abnormality is Ida. If we ever want to return to the real world again, it is imperative that we investigate Ida as quickly as possible.
To explain Ida, it's a computer virus that's been making people fucking comatose.
Something important.
Like, it is a AI fragment. Remnant.
Stolen. Atali's PC data is starting to
It is
degenerate.
something that should not be, but is.
Degenerate? What is he talking
To
about?
use a Lovecraftian term, it is a god-shaped hole in the code.
But why didn't you tell us?
That's enough.
Honestly, kinda.
She didn't want us to worry about
Like,
it.
Elder God type shit is the best way to describe Ida, because that's kind of what it is.
Yada.
But then again, I
This
think
world,
that's
our
the
minds
best
are
way to
residing in
describe
our bodies.
AI
We
in
have
general when we're talking about it in this type of form.
That is merely speculation.
Like, it is...
This is a world where...
Like, it should not exist, and
Atali's
that is
active
a lot of
data
what,
sources in this world.
like, everything about the world in this game is cursed in some way. because of it is built on the bones of the world of R1, which is the original .hack quad. And that was designed by a fucking crazy man who wrote an elegy, wrote an epitaph to his dead wife on a black box program designed to house and create a true sapient artificial intelligence. And this was hidden in a video game to get it the access to the most amount of people in a societal-esque situation that wasn't just regular-ass society.
How can we cure her of this?
Is your head just for decoration?
And that created Aura, who is no longer in the game, she's just in the internet now. So now all the remnants, the hole that exists because of Aura, that is what Ida is.
Master Yada, do we know
It doesn't understand what it is, and it is trying to, because it's trying to fulfill the same role that the god that it is now a hole for once fulfilled.
This too is only a... But it seems that this place is not really the world as we thought.
And a fragment of that is made clear in game, because this is a multimedia franchise.
That Ida has created by copying the data.
So all the information about Aurora and Aura, you would have to read the manga from the original quad. This is all information that I know because I've done that.
So then, this is some kind of a mirror server.
Also, I am cutting off a lot of this dialogue. That is me just being too aggressive with the A button.
At one time, you had the power to
and Ida isn't even the biggest threat in the world. It is, if anything, it is holding back the bigger threat. Which I'm not going to spoil or say. It's from the first quad. It is a remnant from that too. But it's a much more direct remnant. Because it was a problem that was never actually dealt with. It was just covered up.
If you mean hearing strange sounds and seeing bug-like things, I've had that happen a number of times.
Have you heard that sound after being placed in your present condition?
And also, the epitaph written on the black box that housed the AI.
So, it all makes sense.
Those words
Ida stole from her is
generated, those words had power and generated their own deities within the code, effectively, that would turn people comatose if they encountered them in the wild.
Master Yada.
In effect, they were enemies, beasts roaming the fields with predetermined personality traits determined by how the epitaph described them.
Is the specialized
Epitaph users are special characters created by CC Corp for use during certain projects. Thus, Epitaph user PCs have data inside them that is
and
not
that's what
found
they
inside
mean when they
regular
talk about
PCs.
Epitaph user PCs. That's what this group of people in this room are. They're all Epitaph user PCs, meaning they're able to use the old epitaphs, now called avatars, in battle as opposed to them simply being mindless
That's
beasts.
the Morgana factor, usually called epitaphs.
Yeah, there's Lovecraftian glitches in the video game that causes players to just go fucking brain dead.
So the reason that we
And
can
right
use
now,
avatars is because
that
we have the
Lovecraftian
Morgana factor?
glitch has
You mean epitaphs?
linked people's perceptions into the game.
That's right.
Hence, epitaph users.
CC Corp wants to mass produce.
There's a
epitaph
reason why I say that this is fucking Sword Art Online done well, because it fucking is.
You mean as an
It's
defense
just
against Ida?
significantly cool. Once you take the cover off, this is just Lovecraftian horror in a different era.
We still don't know exactly what.
Thanks to that.
Maybe this is just me being high at 1 a.m. having big brain thinks, but
So why not just bring the creator in on it? He should be able
that's
to
my
take
take
it
on it.
problem.
Bring the creator in. He died.
As far as we know, the Morgana factor was not created by any one person.
Well then, how did you get a hold of him in the first place?
We managed to salvage it from the dark abyss of this world.
The abyss of this world?
I am sorely unfamiliar with the story of the King in Yellow. as I am with a lot of Lovecraftian horror, I know enough to be dangerous about when it comes to Lovecraftian horror, but I know more of it from the literature that references it, though I've tried to make sure that my knowledge is
of the propagation.
proper.
As for Aseo, his avatar goes by the name of Scathe. He is the epitaph of the terror of death.
The terror of death.
It's an odd coincidence that it's the same as your PKK nickname. Even with Magus's The Propagation, we
Yep,
can't
the King in
repair
Yellow
the
is an elder god that takes the form of a human and speaks our language, seducing us with technology we were never meant to have and forming its own home. Yep.
Now that she has lost her epitaph
Like,
user
there's a
abilities, Adelaide
bits
can
and
no
I
longer
haven't read
hear
the stories
Ida's
themselves,
sounds.
Maybe that's
is
also
what
part
it
of the
comes
reason
down
why
to.
Adderley lost her voice. Yada.
So I don't know the
What can we do to
exacts
help?
of the King in Yellow. I know, again, the reason I know the verbiage is because I've
There are
read
no alternatives but to
reference,
try to
like,
recover
materials
the
that
Morgana
reference the
factor
King
from
in Yellow
Ida.
very heavily.
However,
What?
it will be difficult to trace
Like,
Ida
I'm
precisely.
pretty sure
now that
the
we are no
God-shaped
longer on
hole,
the actual
yeah,
CC
that's a
Corp
direct reference to
server.
the text of the story of the King of
For
Yellow.
us,
The King
this
in Yellow.
Ida server is far from being perfect.
I think it's the King in Yellow. I think it describes Hastner.
This world contains the fact that we can save our data is proof of that.
That means
Yes. All we have to do is find them.
Sorry, I skipped past important dialogue there. We're trying to find
infiltrate the
admin
Ida areas
rooms.
and conduct a thorough search.
infiltrate. You mean with just us? There's no way we could possibly cover all the Ida areas between just the few of us.
This is an emergency.
That's pretty impressive coming from someone as secretive as you.
Aseo, I believe you had a relationship with those at Moon Tree.
I think the big thing that keeps this from being Lovecraftian horror is that the creation of Aurora wasn't a bad thing. Like, creating it created a lot of problems, and there were a lot of byproducts of its creation, but overall Aurora has been a net good for the world after its creation. As it effectively, I mean, it cares about people. It generated a genuine care about people due to the process of its creation.
I want you to go with Haseo and help with his negotiations.
So it's like, I'm not sure if this could be considered a true, like, quote-unquote cosmic existential horror in the flavor of Lovecraft. I'm not sure if it completely crosses that threshold, but it does absolutely incorporate elements of it, even if it wasn't intentional.
If news of that arm were to spread beyond this group, it would only make things worse.
I know, I have played this entire franchise far too much.
The area words are Delta setting Eternity's Night Moon.
Off to Moon Tree.
Okay, I'll be waiting at the Chaos Gate.
Like, I've played this entire franchise way too much, so I may be reading far too much into a lot of what it does. That's always possible. That's not something I'm gonna sit here and rule out. Same. Yeah, see, like, I had entirely forgot that Aura was supposed to be the creator's dead daughter. Like, that was a bit of the lore that I had just slipped my mind. There's so much of it to keep track of that I just lose track of some of it at times.
So just act appropriately and try to get on their good side.
Yeah. Lovecraft is
Besides,
one of
it
those
seems like
things
for
where it's
whatever
like,
reason, Zelkova has taken a liking to you.
I like Lovecraft's work, but there is a degree of xenophobia and racism there that tinges everything he wrote. And it's really sad, because as a friend of mine and I have talked about, it's like, towards the end of his life, Lovecraft was starting to realize that this hate wasn't normal, that it wasn't right, moreover. And had he bought food instead of writing paper, I would be very curious to see where his writings would have gone, given the fact that towards the end it looked like he was turning into a different person. I think there's still a significant amount of value in the work made by him, but ultimately the xenophobia and the racism is a part of it that tinges the very fabric of what he made.
I bid you welcome.
Haseo, welcome! Have you had the chance to read the email from our guildmaster? His
But
name is Master
overall, I do very much agree that
we sure did.
agree that H.G. Wells' take that
Good. Then I
don't
would like
play
to discuss
God
the
is
investigation of
a
his
much
system
better
abnormality.
take
You're
than
beating around the bush.
fear
Why
the
not try telling
unknown
us directly
/
what it is you want?
rampant
I don't know
progress,
what you mean.
which is a lot of what at least Lovecraft's
Perhaps this will
beginning
clarify
works
things.
into
I'm saying that perhaps you should
existential
consider
horror.
bowing down
Really,
and gracefully
that's what
begging
they
us
boil
to
down
help you
to is progress
with your
bad.
desire to escape from the Ida server. Members of GU.
Yeah, the fact that Huckleberry Finn at the time would have been considered
You
progressive
Raven, that
is
GU
fascinating.
members are conducting an investigation of Ida, are you not?
Thanks, Adelie, you
secret.
fucking rat.
Mr. Sakaki, I'm quite surprised by... I was not aware that anything like that was going on.
I'm sorry.
Huckleberry
I thought I
Finn
should
is
keep it to
actually one
myself
book
until I
that
was
we
able
never
to
had to
confirm
read
it, as it was
in
uncertain
not college.
information.
Well, college or high school.
However, it would appear that it was not far off the mark.
Admittedly, the classes I took in college were not... they weren't literature classes.
Now,
they were
this is no time to be fighting
literary
each other.
skills classes. And that even then, that
Although
sounds
our
wrong.
positions may be quite
I was
different,
taking
our intentions are the
classes
same.
towards the
Am I
major
wrong?
of being a paralegal. So the writing classes that I was taking weren't literature based, so in college I wasn't really doing any readings. In high school, a lot of the readings we did, I don't
let's
really
collaborate with
remember,
Haseo and his
unfortunately. I really liked
After
12
all,
Angry
we do
Men, and
have
it
to
got me
escape from
interested
here
in law for
eventually.
a time, but overall, it ended up
Good.
kind of falling by
Then
the
we shall follow
wayside.
your directions.
I didn't appreciate
Naturally, we have
The
no
Great
intention
Gatsby
of
at the
making
time,
GU
but
public,
now
rest assured.
that book is actually one that I kind of love, actually.
Thank you.
So, what exactly is it that you would like us to
Which
do?
tricked people into thinking it was romantic story like Tom Sawyer, and then realizing
The place
halfway
in
through the
which we
book
are
the
all
reader was rooting
trapped
for the
is
African
not
American
within a
man,
CC Corp
and then
server.
making the ending upsetting on purpose to make it remembered. Yep.
You must try to think of it as if someone sent us all to a mirror server and then isolated it.
That is a skill that
So
is
then,
still widely
that would be the
taught
Ida
in
server.
storytelling, especially for
Our objective
like any
is to find the
class
many
that's trying to
scenes which
teach you how to
exist
write
inside
for
this
kids.
Ida
It's like
server.
sometimes making sad endings is
Scenes?
okay.
Yes. We would like you to help us find phenomena that would normally be impossible to find in the world.
It's
Data
okay
regularity.
to make
In other
kids
words,
feel
you'd like us to
sad.
find a bug.
That's right.
Or to
Very
feel
well.
bad,
We'll
or to
take our
feel
units, split
question,
up,
or to
and search the
question
different areas.
shit.
All I've got to do my best for Master Sakaki.
See, I
Don't go out of your way
never
to
got that
get
effect from
Master
Marley and
Sakaki's
Me. The
attention.
movie that
You
gave me
be
that
my
effect
best.
was...
Whoa.
I know this is kind of the
Little
generic
scary
one,
there,
Bridge to
Brandy.
Terabithia. Bridge to Terabithia was like... I watched it
Sakaki has
after
decided
the
to
point where it would have had an
cooperate with
impact on me.
No need to worry about a
Um,
thing. I'll help you out.
I
may as
the
well do
reasons
some
for
work
that
myself.
are manyfold, but the,
Everyone, don't
I'm
forget
gonna
to
say
report in regularly,
simply
alright?
that at the time I had already had
Now,
a very
let's
close
be off.
and personal experience with processing death before about 2 years before Bridge to
Very well,
Terabithia had come
if you'll
out.
excuse us.
So it was something that I had that
Alright,
Bridge to
see you
Terabithia
later,
more helped me
Haseo.
helped me understand something that had already occurred, as opposed to helping me understand something that I never experienced.
But how?
But Bridge to Terabithia was a movie that when we walked out of it, my entire family hated it except for me, and it's what got me really... That movie isn't what got me interested in film. What got me interested in film was Spirited Away. That movie made me realize what the medium of film could be as storytelling, as a medium that can just make you feel things. That sounds weird and kind of generic, I know, but realistically, that's what it did for me.
How does he know about Ida and GU?
Hey, at least we didn't have to spend a lot of time explaining.
Honestly, do you realize the significance of this? Orders from Master Yada.
I love Stephen King's books, even the ones that blow.
Signals have been found.
Mostly because he wrote them off of his ass on blow. Oh, what happened? Why are we at 0 kilobytes? Okay, that was weird. Weird bitrate dip. Nothing to worry about, though. Well, I mean, yeah, Stephen King...
And conduct a thorough investigation of Delta.
I wouldn't, like, Stephen King's books didn't end happily because there was no reason for him to. Vocabulary virtuoso, what does... Oh, area words. See, I'm kind of excited for the Stand miniseries, but I heard that they cut a lot of, like, the start of the story. Like, the start, like, a lot of, like, the first, I think I saw the first third. It was estimated, so, like, by someone they had cut roughly the first third of the Stand story when making the miniseries or something like that, just given the characters that are, like, granted, they're judging that by simply the characters that we know are in the Stand miniseries. Hey, that one's gonna be up to you. I'm no judgment comments or here, but mostly because I don't know. I don't know much about that situation, so I am choosing not to pass judgment on it until I know more.
We're searching for the criminals.
Once I educate myself on more, I will be
We
more
should be
okay
able to
passing
find the
judgment
culprit
one way
sooner
or
later,
another.
right?
I had no intention of watching the Stand miniseries just because it didn't really interest me all that much. I've never really been into visual adaptations of King's work, unless they kind of tossed the work out the window like The Shining did.
Are you serious?
Because I think
So you're
that Stephen
PKing because
King's
you couldn't
books,
handle
I
being
think that his
violent.
books benefit more from being books than they do being visual works. It's weird, but I think it's one of the few types of.
Here goes.
It's one of those few times where it's like, I don't need this to be. I don't need this to be adapted. I'm good.
Those just now were PKers.
Fair. I have not seen Misery.
Yeah.
Then we better hurry and find.
I know The Shining is the generic one to say, but I honestly do not consider it an adaptation. I do not consider it related to The Shining in anything but names only. Just like I think that's how Stephen King himself looks at it. Yep. King is incredibly good at pacing, and that's what gets him. Like, that is what is great about his works.
This area is full of PKers.
You can't pace movies like you can a book.
There's a connection between.
You can't get those intentional slow burns. That's not a slam against movies, it's just a fundamental difference of the mediums. Am I able to do that already? No, I can't. Okay.
You're open!
Oh yeah, big sword. I'm going to make the Buster Sword look like a fucking joke. That's not the only weapon I can use, but it's the one I'm choosing to use because it does big damage. What is that? You're blocking?
This is a piece of cake.
Listen, that's not the craziest weapon I can use. Later on, I get a scythe. With a chainsaw in it.
That was
I very well might be murdering people right now. Listen, they're also murdering people. We don't know what'll happen to them. But they're in our way. And they are XP. Like, the game gives us XP for killing them. So we may be putting a lot of people into a coma right now. All I know is they are most certainly feeling every bit of pain that would occur from being smashed with a large sword.
You're open!
Listen, Ruby had good ideas, and that's about it. I don't even hate Ruby. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Ruby is kind of like my trash status for me. It's bad. It's always been bad. I don't think Ruby's ever had a period where it was good. Even when it's good, it's still kind of bad. But you know what? It's kind of like it charms me and brings me in a way that is so like, this is my trash. I'm not gonna stand for this. I'm not gonna fucking like defend it against criticism because I think all the criticism it receives is absolutely totally earned and fair. But you know what? Fuck yeah. I like Rule of Cool as much as the next guy, so you know what? If I'm in the mood to turn my brain off, not think about anything too hard, and just fucking, I don't know, watch good, or at least interesting fight choreography, fuck it, why not? Hell, I bought season 6 when I was drunk once. I don't think I did it because it was good. I don't know why I did it, honestly, but I own it. It's in my fucking Amazon Prime library. So I agree. I think a fucking scythe that uses bullets to swing faster is cool. It's dumb. It's really stupid. It's funny as hell. Part of me loves the madness.
How should we handle this?
You know, like that's where a lot of it comes from. Part of me just loves the absolute madness that they engage in. Derivative madness. Ultimately, all the criticisms that all the criticisms that can be levied against early RWBY have been made by H-Bomber Guy. Literally, I couldn't make any more. He spent 2.5 hours making them. I can't make any more. He covered it. He covered everything.
Bring it on!
And as for the later half of RWBY, later bits of RWBY, it's mostly just that it spins its wheels, grinds my gears. It has a tendency to just kind of exist at times without really doing much. More than that can be explained by people smarter than I am. Because I'm not going to artistically examine RWBY. Are you kidding me? No. Why would I do that? Again, like, people have done that, and I trust that they've gone insane from the effort.
Here goes.
Murder. Oh. I had a fight.
Ida.
Haseo, let's take it out.
I got it. All right.
I love that they give you more of these right away.
Come on.
They know that these are good to mix up the gameplay and provide a bit of different gameplay feels, so they throw these in more often in the second game and the third game. So there's a kind of a glut of them in this, like midway through the third game. So this is the physical form of that god-shaped hole I mentioned. Or one of them, rather. It does not have a consistent shape. There we go. Ah, damn it. There we go. Data seed.
Good. That takes care of the Ida signal.
They introduce him in this game to be a way of like, hey, you know, like this is a different way to get around, so you can start using, like, they wanted to be able to use tri-edge signs in gameplay. So they gave a way to do it, where they made them so that in order to travel through, you can't just do it like you could before. Now you need these seeds. just gotta continue on our way. I guess I don't have to kill everybody.
I'll crush you.
One of you failed your perception check.
Your guard's down.
I was gonna try and give him a cool death where he just flew across the map, but no. Don't give anyone nothing cool. Why would you do that? Okay. Ah, shit. Yeah! Vehicular homicide. That man felt that. Judge's bimble. Wonder where this one goes, actually. I have no idea. Oh, thank God.
Yes, what perfect timing.
What's this about?
I'm afraid I have no idea. I just arrived here myself, but you can hear voices coming from inside.
I think we should go find out who's...
Why would Kestrel's guildmaster be...
Ovan!
Oh, it's you!
Ovan, why are you here?
I wonder.
I didn't ask you.
I suppose you could say I was just talking with an old friend.
Ovan and I once pledged eternal brotherhood to each other.
Like I care.
That's the fucking 68-year-old man I mentioned
What are you
before.
doing here?
Gabi, the big furry.
The same thing you are.
What?
Not Ovan. Ovan's
I'm
an
searching
asshole
for a
for
way
other
to escape
reasons.
from the Ida
Oven
City.
is an asshole for
After
other
all,
reasons.
I don't
Oven
plan
is
on
the
being
blue
here
man.
Is that not your
Gabi
ultimate
is the
objective as well?
68-year-old creeper that's
As
the
members
red
of G,
furry.
But how? I want to know how you know about GU. Who told you? What is it that you want?
Please, calm down, Master Haseo. I assure you that our objective, and his, is to investigate the IDA server and to use that information to escape. In other words, we are all comrades in arms, and there's no reason for us to fight amongst ourselves.
Investigator? Honestly, Yada's just wasting our time.
What do you mean?
He already knows the means by which we could escape.
What are you saying?
Am I wrong, Pi? If this server was based off of an original CC Corp server, there should be an operation folder somewhere.
Operation folder?
A file that unifies and manages the entire system that makes up the world. If one could control it, one could then make it possible to send character data to a regular server. Yada is the longtime leader of Project GU. Naturally, he would know everything about the world. There is no way that he would not be aware of the operation folder.
Pi! Is that true? Did Yada really know about all this?
That's...
Tell us the truth, Pi. Did that ass really know about the existence of the operation folder and not tell us?
We didn't have any proof. That's why Master Yada...
Proof? Can we afford to take time to look for something like that?
But we don't know the dangers.
Is there any place in this entire world without danger? Now, why would Yada not tell you about the folder? Perhaps it's because he never had any desire at all to escape. Everything felt by the players trapped in this game. Fear, sorrow, anger, confusion. This server is filled with such intense feelings. Now, what better place could there be to observe IDA's caustic effects on players and their characters? Yes, that's right. This is his ideal laboratory.
So we're all just his guinea pigs? Neither you nor Yada ever had any intention of saving Adelie, did you?
Haseo, listen.
Shut up! What kind of lie are you gonna tell me now? Using people like they were nothing. Telling them whatever they want to hear. Do you want to know what I think about that?
Haseo!
Don't stop me, Coon!
Stop it! There'll be no hope for Adelie if we fight each other here. Nevertheless, I agree with you, Haseo.
Coon.
We're going back to the Serpent of Lore to confirm this with Yada. We'll talk after that.
Ovan. So, you know Yada too?
Yes, he's an old friend.
Give him my best regards.
We will meet again, Haseo.
This is ridiculous. Everyone's always hiding something from me.
I'll continue with the investigation then.
Please do. All right, let's go.
Time to go interrogate Yada. Let's go kick that nerd. I would like to point out that Volume 2 runs noticeably better than Volume 1 did, which is actually kind of interesting. Like, Volume 1 would kind of, like, hitch and go, like, kind of lag up a little bit here and there. This game's running buttery smooth at places where that one would usually have issues. I don't know if it's a lack of NPCs on the map. That may be it. I don't think that's it. It seems to be running better.
Alright, so let's hear it. The truth. Why didn't you tell us about the operation folder?
I was only keeping quiet until I was able to obtain proof. It would not have been right to confuse you all with a mere unsubstantiated theory.
That's a nice way of putting it.
We will now proceed to infiltrate the operation folder and conduct a forced transfer command.
How?
We will use Tri-Edge's signs. These signs possess traits that allow them to be used as transportation devices.
Correct. Objectively.
In other words, Chaos Gates that were made by Ida. There are holes in CC Corp's server, and consequently, holes in Ida's server as well.
Master Yada was putting together a transfer program designed to make reverse use of those holes.
No telling how much of that is true.
The only hole we've identified that connects to the operation folder can be found at Delta Hidden Forbidden Bulwark on the Morrigu Barrow Wall. Haseo, Pai, and Kun, you will infiltrate the operation folder using Tri-Edge's sign to gain access.
What if I don't wanna?
You will then execute the transfer command from the same folder.
Fuck it, fine.
I have already given Pai instructions on how to configure and execute the program. Head for Morrigu Barrow Wall and investigate the sign.
Understood.
Fine.
Alright.
Come on.
So, of course, it will not be this easy. We're gonna get there. We will not have... It's either we're not able to warp there, or we get to Morrigu Barrow and realize we don't have the seeds to transfer. So we have to go kill some Ida. I think it's that one. Yeah, okay, so it's that we don't have the seeds.
We're gonna go hack the sign. Target Tri-Edge's.
Data seeds are taken from Ida.
We don't have enough data seeds.
Jeez, what good is that gonna be?
I've
In
just
order to use the
received
program, we need
information
data
from Master
seeds.
Yada about a new Ida corrupted area. If we can just keep data draining the Ida in the...
Time to leave and then go to new area. where we will have to murder a lot of big blue purple blobs. We have to go murder some pears. God, I love the enemy design in this game. Oh shit! Man, I was just saying this game was running stable, and then you had to go and do that to me.
Your guard's down.
I give the game a compliment and then it does this. PS2 game on PC. Many years after release. Part of me blames them. Part of me knows that I can't. Yeah, like Pi and Kun aren't getting minimum XP, but they're certainly not getting much out of this. Seriously, this feels like I'm doing something wrong. Like morally wrong, not like as far as the game is concerned. Oh well, thankfully those two are grinding up levels right now, which is useful. Or rather, they're grinding up XP. They won't really level up from what they're getting, but... Yeah, it's like these things are just walking around in a cave, carrying around their shells. They got their little houses on their backs. And then here comes some assholes into their house, wrecking shit. I feel like I'm the asshole. That doesn't mean I'm going to stop. It just means that I feel like I'm the asshole. First try. These ones are easy though, so like...
Haseo, don't let your guard...
Every time. I thought I was going the wrong way that time. I try and go the wrong way on purpose so that I don't have to backtrack. But once again, I just go the right way. I hate it. I hate that I have an impeccable sense of direction. I mean, I don't actually have an impeccable sense of direction. I am upset that I can only use my power to go the right way. When all I want to do is not go the right way. I want to go the wrong way. It's a dead end. Good. 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 That's what we want. That is what we're here for. I want to make sure there's no more Ida on this level of the map, and then make sure that it's just that I have to go down to the next level. Big dead energy. Oh, this is gonna go into like a dead end ball in a second. There's gonna be nothing here. It's a bunch of doors for nothing, I'm telling you. They do this sometimes to troll you. It's really funny. And I'm pretty certain it just happened here. Yup. Oh, sorry, no, there is something. Shitty items. I love it when they do this. I hate it. I love it. It's like, yeah, there's a bunch of chim doors and there's nothing behind them. There is nothing worth a damn. Good job. You wasted your time. And it's like, I did. I wasted my time walking around there, but I wanted to be thorough. I gotta be. I just wish you could ride your motorcycle in dungeons. That's it. I know why you can't, and it's a good way to delineate between the two. But I hate it. It's slow. I want to ride my motorcycle. I want to ride my bike with no handlebars. With no handlebars. No handlebars. Want to ride my bike with no handlebars. No handlebars. No handlebars. Want to keep a beat with no metronome. No metronome. No metronome. Yeah, we've reached that point of the night, everybody. I'm not even singing, I'm just speaking. Which, to be fair, that's basically what they did for that song, so, ayo! Not really doing much different. Ah, fuck. There's a goblin. I know of only one way to handle goblin. We do not handle goblin. I like to ride my bicycle. Ride my bike. It's 1 a.m. It's 2 a.m. I think I've been streaming for a total of like 12 hours. Almost. In a couple of minutes, it'll be 12 hours. I'm not sure if I'm going to stop at 12 hours. Or if we're just going to keep going. Listen, there's a wide variety of goblins. Like, they did goblins right in this game. There's a wide fucking variety of sizes of goblins. You've got the regular gob right here. You've got the big fat goblin. You got the big fat goblins. You got the goblins in hazmat suits, the goblin mages, the long goblins. There's so many goblins. The devs of this game really liked goblins. Ah, fuck you. It's one of these. You see the goblin with no brim? Alright, I think what we're gonna do, we're gonna get to the desktop, and once we get there, we're gonna save, and we are gonna be calling it a night there. I feel it behind my eyes. The fucking sleep is coming for me, and there ain't a thing I'm gonna be able to do to stop it. But we're almost done. We have to do this dungeon, then we do a little bit more, Eldritch horror fighting. We'll call it that. And then we'll be streaming more of this at 2 p.m. At this point, I'm playing it because I like the game. And if you're here, you're along for the ride. Tomorrow may also be a long day. We'll see. Depends on how I'm feeling. Nice. Glad you made it home, bud. Wait, do you have an hour and a half commute to and from work? that would be absolutely insane if so. I'm afraid if that's the case. Like, holy God, my man. There's the Ida. There it is. That fair. You're all good, my man. I just was like, holy shit, do you have a fucking hour-and-a-half commute? Gotcha. Yeah, no, my guy, you are... Do not worry. I was not asking for that reason. I was concerned. But I also, yeah. There we go. It's fine. Going into this just cancels that damage. There's a lot of ways to cancel damage in this game. Damn it. There we go. You said you may. I wasn't worried that you weren't here. I was worried when you popped in and said you had just gotten, like... But, yeah, you said you made it home. Like, when you said you made it home, I was like, holy shit, were you driving for an hour and a half? Like, oh my god. That's crazy. One big misunderstanding. Yeah, you also said you may sleep when you get home, so that was like... If he's here... Like, if he's here, he's here. If he's not, he's not. Ah, yes. Another long hallway. We scream. Ah, we have a door. What's behind door? Another door. What's behind the other door? Is it another door? No, it's the beast statue. Nice. Let us see where we're gonna go next, because I believe that was what we needed to do. Yep, because now we're going back to Hidden Forbidden Bulwark. We did the fight we had to do. B and E got sucked in, so we got D. And haven't used it. That's important, actually.
So, this is the operation folder?
Not yet. We're still in the connecting hall.
So what should we do?
Walk forward.
We'll have to get into the system's upper layer.
Wait, something's coming!
Ada!
Looks like one of Ida's guards to me.
How the fuck can you tell the difference when they're like this?
Perfect. I'll tear it to pieces. All right. Come on. Come on. I'm right here. Skye!
Oh man, it's got a thing on it. It just means more kobolds. Doesn't do much damage though. Ah, fuck. Okay. And that is why I do not show my chat anymore. That and it was just a hassle. I don't want to deal with the fucking bots. Oh, that was bad. I reported him, blocked him, did what you're supposed to do with bots. Ah, damn it, it wasn't stunned when I hit it, so it didn't take any damage. It's fine. Come on, nerd. Come on, nerd. Very nice. And with that, I believe the rest is...
What is this?
I think the rest is just, cutscene, but I may be wrong.
01. Ovam?
Yes.
There may be other gatekeepers showing up soon.
Yeah, why'd we stand around here in the first place? I get that Kun was all confused, but fuck him. Ah, shit, it's the special Pokeball. You must access the Pokeball to escape.
So this is the operation folder.
Come on, Pi.
So it would seem.
Please enter your certification ID.
And in fact, we're in System 32 for the game.
Identification confirmed. Access granted.
The
Please
Pokeball.
enter your command.
Display the current server status.
Acknowledged.
That's not how a Pokeball opens.
Execute a program using all of the above parameters.
And now it's time for the nightmare fuel. Now it's time for everyone that's currently in the server to experience what is true nightmare.
Loading. Executing transfer command. Commencing countdown. 50. 49. 48. 47.
Cut processes 239 to 361.
45,
Hurry up and execute.
44. 43. 42. Acknowledged. Processing. Executing transfer command.
What the? Look, it's spreading!
What is that?
Hey!
What's going to happen?
Time for
Hey,
drama!
what's going on?
Is it the end of the world? What is this place? Ida. Damn, of all the times. Damn, I can't move. Because of these. Damn it.
I swear the timing on that is almost a fucking comedy bit. I can't move. Ah, fuck, it's because I got Ida on my legs. More data zombies. As if Kite wasn't enough, now we have to have the other two. Balmung and Orca. Or rather, in the order... I stated them in the order we saw them when I said it.
They took out Ida?
You said, like, we saw Orca first. Balmung is the one with the skeletal wings.
What in the world are they?
Data zombies.
There's still something inside. What is that? It's a coffin. Tri-Edge? I know we've returned to the real world, but everything that happened on the Ida server somehow took place in only a few minutes of real time. The one who appeared inside the operation folder was Tri-Edge. There were two others besides Tri-Edge there. I'd like to know who on earth they were. They were attacking Ida. Does that mean that Tri-Edge isn't Ida? And also, Adelie.
Adelie ain't doing so good. Ah, my eyes! I wasn't ready for it. Fuck. Oh. Ah. Charge movement, nice. Yep. If you defeated Doppelganger in .GU Volume 1 Rebirth and got the key item Own King, you can receive the Doppelganger only weapon Heinz Invasion by defeating a Doppelganger in this game. I got that, so we all set. I'm very relieved to have made it back to the real world. Sakaki and Zelkova have made it back safely as well.
Her hand is paralyzed. So the real Adderley is... There's no way a doctor can...
Beans! I have deep fried every background. I understand how to make deck. Maybe she'd stop masturbating, her hand wouldn't be paralyzed. God. Okay, one of these may need to be... We gotta download all the DeviantArt shit. One of them may be a good new, deep fry target. None of these have been very outwardly good. I'm not sure if any of them will really be great targets. Okay, let's see if any of these will work. Oh, this is not gonna be good. Okay, it's not as bad as I thought it was, actually. No. Maybe. Oh! Yeah! I love it. I love it. You know what? Fuck it. Let's dip into Crimson Versus. Why not? We'll dip into Crimson Versus for just a little bit. Alright, so Crimson Versus is not a game you play, it's a game you build. You have to build a deck and then it auto-plays against another deck. The cards are played in the order you play them, so setting yourself up for a combo is ridiculously important. This game, in 2, it's very much just best card wins a lot of the time. In 3, you very much have to be trying to pull off specific combos utilizing specific cards. This game is less strict about that. So, going over the general card here, that is the card that determines how you can build your deck. They will either have low damage output, which is the AP, or high HP, or vice versa. The higher their AP, the lower their HP. Typically, there's like one that's different than that. But the lower the AP, typically the higher the point value that you're allowed to have on your general, which usually doesn't. I think the highest one goes like 15. So we are not done editing a deck yet. We haven't even edited one. We're gonna edit deck 3, I think. So let's go into it. Now we can see what each one of these cards does. As well as the fact that all of these are the same type of Trinity, which is an important thing to note. That is the little hexagon next to the 2 in the case of the third card, the second card, and next to the 3 in the case of the first card. So, evades an attack from an enemy general for 1 turn. Forces your general to take the first turn. If both parties have junction this ability, it loses its effect. Deals 1 point of damage to the enemy general at the beginning of your turn. In effect, the game is play 3 cards to try and power up your general, and then beat face. That is what the name of the game here is. Now, when cards are played, in order for a card to win against another card, it has to have a higher point value. If the point values are the same, it is determined by their Trinity. If it cannot be decided by Trinity, then I think they're both knocked out. So this one adds 1 AP to your general, so just straight up damage boost. But you have to get it off, which is hard. Adds 1 AP to your general and reduces 1 HP at the beginning of each of your turns. Very good card. Hard to get it off. And Flame Fang adds 2 AP to your general. This one's just, hey, let's build Syllabus up to attack like a tank. And this one is a lot of the same. So we're actually going to edit this one. I'm not a big fan of this one, actually. So let's see if we can swap our general. Let's see if we have anyone else. We do have, let's give ourselves Balmung here. So he has 4 AP and 15 HP. As I said, it's like, the way the balance works, it kind of trades off between the two to decide what you're going to be getting exactly. So, let's take a look-see here and see what we really want to be adding and what we want So we have 7 for our charisma. So if we wanted to run with this, we could. But in order to use that, we would have to use charge ahead, which in theory we could actually do. Let's see if we can get this working here. Do I just want to give a flat AP boost? Kinda. So this deck this one is heavily reliant on going first. If I go first, then I'm gonna be able to just beat the ever-loving crap out of whoever I am facing. This deck is good. If I ever get anything better than Fire Fang, I will absolutely use it, though, because he has a point surplus. So, we go into practice battle, and we're just going to see how this deck performs. Fight against our own deck. We're going to fight it against Syllabus over here. Syllabus is, I know, a pretty strong deck to be playing against. Unfortunately, we will not be going first. Or rather, it's not guaranteed. I will not be going first, meaning it's just basic bitch attack versus 5. Unsurprising, if I am being honest with you. I'm genuinely not surprised that that occurred. Yeah, that deck's bad. We're not going to be using that one. We're going to be entering in Syllabus, I think. Actually, let's register deck 3. Let's see how that one goes. So again, this is literally just we set it and we leave it running while we go and do other shit. In this case, going into the game and doing our thing. So we're going to be giving ourselves a save here real quick. Oh, there was something in the forums. Probably should have checked that. It's fine. I can check it whenever. It's not time sensitive.
Adelie is waiting for us at the wall.
Also, when I have allies, I can now just give them... I don't have to gift them equipment. If I want them to have it, I can just equip it to them. Which, thank God, that was a quality of life thing that needed to happen. Unfortunately, I still have my skill trigger the way I don't like it. We'll give ourselves the Twin Blades. What items do we have in stock right now? A good amount, but something I want to do real quick while I'm thinking about it. Let us go into the Greedy Watch. We actually want to turn off the GP plus 10% and turn on EXP plus 10%. We want to keep that on as much as possible. We want Haseo to level up fast as all get out. If I can get more than one of it, we'll call it good. But for now, that's going to be it for me today. I feel my brain leaking out of my ears, and I want to still stream tomorrow, so I want to be on top form. So, Let's see if the game will let me log out right away. It will. I'll go to the fucking. Oh god, I love it. We'll go to the fountain next time on Dragon Ball Z, everybody. Thank you very much for tuning in for this second late night. God, I streamed for a long time today. Have a good one.